currently working on what you could call the final exam of Extreme Basics in Animation. It is a bouncing ball assault course. Now, in order for this to work, I need, of course, I need to get a few backgrounds done because I want the ball to interact with the background. And the final interaction, I realized, is a little, there's an extra thing I wanted to add to make the whole thing smoother, but in order to do that, for consistency's sake, I need to add that extra aspect to all of the earlier backgrounds. Right there at the end, the ball is supposed to do some trapeze acts and swing around on a rope to get to the top platform here. But the ropes he swings on, I wanted to have it so he kind of just shot out some ropes, or just like I don't know if you played Worms or Worms Armageddon. They have a ninja rope they shoot out like a grappling hook, but it didn't really create that illusion. So I think it's better if the ropes are there already. So I'm doing it that way. The way I do these is I draw. I think I've got like 8 different backgrounds, about 8 different backgrounds. Then there's one point where there's a pendulum that swings at a different timing than, how do I have this? Pendulum swings at a different timing and the rest of the animation, so the pendulum has its own page. There's another bit where difficult to talk and do this at the same time. Yeah, so basically I'm trying to make the earlier backgrounds work right, so it's all consistent. One of the earlier styles of animation where they did some, like Felix the Cat and things like that, they had the background really wide and really spread out to where the characters in the middle, the chairs are here or out at the sides, and because all of the background's all out here and stuff, the middle part is where the character would be, and the character would not interact with the background. That's one of the earlier forms of animation. Then there was a groundbreaking dinosaur thing, a cartoon about a dinosaur, I guess. I can't remember what it was called, but it was groundbreaking because the dinosaur was walking behind the trees, past the background and things. But in order to animate that, he just drew the background over and over. So he'd draw the dinosaur walking, then he'd have the tree there, then he'd have the dinosaur walking behind the tree, and he just would draw the tree over and over and over again. Now that would take a really long, not only does that take a really long time, but it also results in the trees and stuff that should be still kind of flickering and jumping, even just a little bit. They dance because stuff that still is being drawn by hand dozens upon dozens of times. If it's not exactly perfect, there's going to be a jump. So just because it's the hardest way didn't make it the best way. But yeah, I'm not done. The good middle area, I think, is drawing the backgrounds, just a few different ones, then importing them as necessary. I actually use Photoshop to import them. I'll do a video on that later on. So I used to do comic colors on Photoshop. It's a tool when you superimpose 2 images on each other, and go to the layer tool and set it to not color burn, not any of the other stuff. Set it to multiply. Then you're going to see one layer on top of the other layer. So just make sure they're superimposed and save it as whatever you want to save it as. Now in the case of, let's say this ball is jumping across and moving across this way, and then this pendulum thing that swings out then swings back, this needs its own layer. So you're going to have 3 different things going on at the same time. So don't make a mistake in anything. If this pendulum part is not perfect, then you've got to fix it by hand, draw it by hand, fix it. Then you've got to get onto Photoshop. you've got to get the ball that was on that same panel. Like if it was frame 69 or frame 73, that was that the ball was in the same area as the pendulum. The ball was moving while the pendulum was moving. I call, let's say the ball is at 73, I'll call the pendulum 73A and 73B, and just kind of, because so they're at least the same number, just a letter going along with it. So you're going to import the background, then the ball, then the pendulum. So one of them's wrong, you got to fix all of them. Now, there might be a better way to do all of this outside of buying some hardware or some, yeah, I think it would really take hardware. So I'm not really concerned about maybe a Cintiq. I hear good things about the Cintiq, but at this point, I mean, it's still classified. This animation still classifies as a hobby. I think until I can start making some income from it. So I can't spend a month's salary. Yeah, education is not the most lucrative field. A month's salary on a piece of hardware that I'm using for my hobby. As much as I mean, and I don't think it would make it better. Like hardware doesn't make you better. It might save time here or there. I want to get another background folder to see how I had that rock. So like here I've got multiple folders. This folder here is full of, well, this is full of some of the ball drawings I have in between. Where is the ball on here? Oh, it's down there. I'm looking for the background folder. This one's too big. This is also going to have various ball drawings. This feels like it could be... No, this one's the pendulum folder. This one's got to be it. Oh, it's recycled pendulum folder. So we need one with the ball that's on the top. Okay, this one does not have the ball. I mean, the boulder is already fallen here. Background 4, background 2, background 1A. That'll do. Yeah, so I need background 1A. Oh, and I kind of had to learn the hard way. I usually put the numbers of my in-betweens up on the top left corner, but that doesn't work too well when you're also putting the background number up there and the frame number of the pendulum, the pendulum, whatever you call this thing, while they're going at the same time. So I'm trying to say, what frame is this? It's frame just gibberish. I can't read what it is. So in future, I'm gonna have to kind of scatter them around a little bit. Alright, so background 1A, how big did I draw this boulder? I probably don't even need the paper clips for this, honestly. I just need to get an idea. Alright. Officially, I didn't have any idea this was going to work. What I did try to do was I tried to see what would happen if I was to just put the background and the ball drawing into the scanner at the same time and scan them at the same time and say, hey, maybe that'll put them together. I tried that and it did, but I had to increase the background brightness so much that it looked really bad. I had like greens and browns and it just looked terrible. And if I'm gonna submit something for value, if I'm gonna do work, I mean, I need to make sure that at least the finished product can look good. So ended up, I wouldn't save that much time anyway. But anyway, that didn't work. But I did remember, and I tried importing them to Flash. Am I out of eraser on here? I think I'm out of eraser. That's no good. Yeah, anyway, if I import them to Flash, usually you can click the onion skin tool in Flash and it'll allow you to draw on top of what's already there. or just use it as a reference or do something. Well, Onion Skin doesn't work if you import hand-drawn drawings. I think there is a way to make it work. I feel like I've done it once before, I'm not sure. Did a head turn with Bruce Wayne a few years ago, I think. But basically, if it does work, I couldn't find out how to do it again. It really makes me question whether I did it in the first place. So basically, it doesn't. You can't onion skin hand drawn stuff. It has to be drawn on there. And I don't want to hand draw something, then trace it in Flash just to onion skin it. Just seems like it's not going to be an improvement. So I put it onto Photoshop to make sure that would work. The only thing I use Photoshop for is just superimposing different layers. And then, after I superimpose them, say, okay, that's layer so-and-so, that's layer so-and-so. Then I've got to take those same frames to Flash, put them in Flash. Now, sometimes Flash will put what I want directly into the box for viewing. Sometimes it's going to put it off to the side. If it does that, I've got to personally kind of to move it into place. Okay, do I have to do this for some other backgrounds? Oh, yeah. Got to do it for all of them. Well, it's just going to be a background morning then. So much for the ball. No. I'll do this later on. The ball takes seniority. This is kind of busy work. I could wake up at 2 in the morning and do this, and it's just mechanical. I don't have to think. I don't have to plan. Right, I think it's one of the green folders. I should probably start labeling these. Okay. Frame 94 3/4. I want to work on one particular sequence that's met with some scrutiny for being a little bit too dead, but I don't remember which one it is. So I'm just looking at Flash right now. Where was that? What frame was that? See, 72. Okay. Frame 89, 92. So 92 needs to be touched. 92. I'm already on 94. So 90. I need the other folder then. This one's too far along. 92. Okay, this is frame 230. Alright. Okay, it seems I hadn't been putting these quite in order. I think it was in that last one. I just don't have everything in order. Yeah. 92. Okay, 95, 90, 94, 92. Yeah, here's 92. '89. '89, 90. Okay, 92 is what I want. Do I need another 92? Apologize if this isn't clear to see. I'm more interested in getting it done, because this is, again, still, well, it's not really experimental anymore. I know that it works. Now it's just gone down to, I'm missing a, okay, 82, 92, and I've got until, let's see, I've got 92 to 94 3/4. That's my gap to get some movement in. Right, 94 3. I don't have. There's no 94 regular. 94. Okay, I got to trash 94 as well. So I got 92. Fix it. Fix 92. Trash 94. Or edit 94, I guess. 94 and a half. So I've got until 94 and a half to fix it. So 94 3/4 I'm not going to mess with in that case. So 92, 94, 95. Where's 94 and a half? Come on. Well, you know, maybe it's still in the mix here. $90, $80, come on, $90, $89. That's as far as it goes. Maybe it's one of the pages I haven't scanned yet. There were a few that I didn't scan, so I put them in a separate folder so I don't have to organize everything, but it may be a better idea to organize everything anyway. Okay, 92 and 94. I'll give it another minute or two, but if it doesn't pop up, then I'll just kind of call it done. Not call it done, but move on to the next thing. This is the pendulum, so it's not definitely not in here. 92 and a half. Definitely not in here. Okay, I've got little sticky things. I'm gonna have to say 1 to 50, 50 to 100, 100 to. Really just gotta keep better order. $95, $96, $98. Last folder, and it's definitely not here because these are, wait, 94 and a half. What's it doing with the 200s? I have to make a point of organizing all of this anytime I'm about to quit, or if I'm sitting around doing nothing for a while, just fix that up. 94 and a half. So what was I needing? 92, 94, 94 and a half. I believe that is correct. Yep. I'm gonna get, let's see, assault cores half. Checking on flash because I can't really see the work in its entirety unless it's on flash, unless I want to find the correct background. Which background would this be? Yeah, let me get this open. Okay, 94. Okay, here it is. And flash closed. It's really nice. Don't know what I expect from Flash 5. But then again, just Flash in general. I think if I was actually trying to animate on it, I would really have picked a different program. I just need something cheap, free, no monthly payments or anything that can in between my work. Right, 92. 94. 94 and a half. First thing, this shape needs to go. If I took anything from my assessment, it's that that ball shape is not appealing or really necessary. flash opened up. Just need to find out which background I was using for frame 94. Okay, that is background 4. Right? Yeah, background 4. And background's in the green folder. I don't know if wait. It's in a green folder. I have 3 green folders. It's got, I mean, there's only like 8 backgrounds. No, that's the pendulum. Yeah, this green folder. Alright, background 2A. No, background 4. Where did 2A go? 2A is just the first one that showed up. These aren't in order, but there's like 10 of them, so who cares? I guess over time, I would save time by having them in order. But then again, keeping them in order may not add up to the amount of time I would save by keeping them in order. Anyway. Okay, background 4 needs to be in the back. So this rock drops. I'm kind of wanting, not 92, 94. I want it when it's already broken. Is it already broken in 92? 94. Oh, 92 was okay. I didn't need to fix 92. Well, I'm gonna put that back then. But now I've got to find what comes before 92 and fix that. '89. I know where '89 is. Yep. Just have this leaning back just a tad. Okay, I believe we're on track. Go back to 94, and 94 is the one that needs the fixer-upping. 94. Yeah. Here we go. I don't need all of these. I don't need 89 anymore. But I will put it in its correct spot, because that's going to be trouble later on if I don't. Okay, don't need 89. For 94, I kind of want this ball to to jump backwards in response to the impact of the boulder landing. Let's have a little, his arc is going to be like this. Wait, am I even doing this on the camera? Yeah, I think so. It's just, it's got a bit of a lag. So the ball will jump back, I guess, in Bald Terror. I can't even jump back that far because there's not very much room left. But I'll make it work. All that's straightening up, figuring out how to use OBS Studio, getting my camera to interact, figuring out where I am. Now we're finally animating. That's the lesson for the day, is keep things in order, and don't stop if you're in the middle of something. Stop early, stop when you're packed, but don't just call it quits in the middle of something you're working on. 92 to 94. I guess I don't need, well, I do need the background. 92, 94. And the next frame is 94 and a half, but I want to do a bit before that. So since I've already timed this and I'm adding an extra half second or something, you're going to see some very skewed fractions. Between 92 and 94 and a half. Okay, I want this ball to jump back. So it's 1, 2. I want it to roll back forward. So that's probably 2 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to in between those, so it's going to at least be, it'll probably just be double, so 8. I need 8 frames between 94 and 94 and a half. So I'm looking at 1/4, an 1/8, a 1/16, 32nd, a 64th, a 100, it's gonna be some crazy fractions that really don't, but what are you gonna do? I gotta find as many numbers as possible between 94 and 94 and a half, or I have to renumber all the rest of them up to, and it goes up to frame 400 and something. I don't really want to rename all of those. So we got 94 and 94. This will be, and okay, we'll make this 94 and I guess 1/4 then. 94. Oh, it's not gonna. You know, I'll do that for now. I'll figure out the fractions later. It's not math class. Okay. So between 94 and 94 and a half, 94 and a half. We'll do that there. Before that I've got 94 and a quarter. 1/8. See, this is going to be 4/8, so 6/8. It won't be 3/4, no. What's a quarter plus an eighth? That's 2 plus 3/8, yeah, 3/8. So 94. 94 is the bounce for 94 and an eighth, 94 and a quarter, 94 and 3/8. I think that's what I need. So let's check this. So this is 94. Boom. 1/8, 1/4, 3/8. Yes, that'll work. That'll work. So this 94, this frame I'm doing right now is 94 and 1/8. Yeah. Just keep in mind, if you don't want to use your math skills you've obtained, you have to have very good timing in calculating calculating stuff, but I mean, you need math to figure that out too. I mean, timing is math. Alright, I guess the lesson is you need math in everything, so let's just look at it that way. So 94 and 1/8, 94 and 1/4. Okay, I don't really need 92 over here anymore, so I'll move that. This light pad can only show, I guess, can show through 3 pages and maybe a 4th one. So if there's a 5th one we don't need, that needs to go. Okay, 94 and 1/4. So bounces back, then rolls back on here. Let me find out what the destination is. The destination is 94 and a half. But where is 94 and a half? I guess we don't need 94 anymore either. The ball's not taking that route anymore. Let's see what we're doing here. It's 94 and a half. I'll just put the background aside for just a moment, just so we can see how this looks. Well, it is going to have to do a little bit of a jump to get to 94 and a half. So I guess it's not just going to roll. Alright. 94. Okay, so that is still another arc. I'll make it a different arc though. Let's keep this interesting. Background. You know, actually, if I get a different background, I can do this anyway. I've got a background where this is already embedded. Let's see. Backgrounds are in the green folder. There we go. Background 2A will cover this. 2A, is that the best one we can do? Background 1, that's not how it goes. I'm going to fix this in a second. That's not really the name of the game right now. I'll use 2A for this. Background 2A, I've got... This is as bright as it goes. Okay, we'll just do this for a little bit of an arc. Also, if I had a little better planning, I wouldn't need so many backgrounds. Then again, would I need more? One for every little thing. It's 94 and a quarter, and the next frame I was going to do is 94 and 3/8. Alright, I know what I'll do. Let this ball squash a little bit, and then the 3/8 will be a jumping up to the original point. I mean, up to the 94 and a half. Okay, 94 and a quarter down. Finally, 94 and 3/8. 3/8. Let's do a little jump. We don't need this 94 and a half anymore. Wait, yes we do. Yes we do. What don't we need? Don't need background 4. That'll probably take care of it, actually. Had 2 backgrounds under there. 94 and 3/8. That's right, 94 and 3/4, but 3/4 is bigger than a half, so it can't be that. I want to stretch the ball a little bit here, but obviously not too much. I wonder how this is working so far. Let's put it in order. Well, let me find 94 actually. 94 and 3/8. Well, actually quarter. 94 and a quarter. 94 and 3/8. 94 and 1/8. And 94 and a half. Seems okay. It's hard for me to flip through pages that are sideways like this, because the way I flip is really more geared towards straight up and down pages. I think we can make it work. Yeah. Okay, so it bounces backwards, squashes, bounces forward, then we work from there. Let me see if that's gonna... I won't be able to test it till I scan all of these and then do the song and dance. Crash, bounce back. Squash, jump, jump. And at frame 98, it'll hold between 98, 99, and 99 and a half. I need to put a frame. Make sure about those. Oops. 99, 98 and a half. Oh, between 98 and a half and 99. Excuse me. I believe those ones are in order. This red folder starts at 236, so that is not the candidate. Gotta be in the... Okay, 96 and a half, 98 and a half, 99 and a third. Is that what I've got on here? 98 and a half, 99, no, I need 99. Okay, these are not in order. I need frame 99. Well, I was planning to stop streaming at 9 a.m. anyhow. Not that I'm not going to be doing this for hours later on today, but I see I've got there, what, 2 people watching? Let me make sure. Yeah, feel free to say hello. I'm about to shut this down very shortly. I don't think for my last 2 minutes anyone cares to hear me look for frame 99. Yeah, just feel free to chat. Okay, 80. It's not going to be in here. Alright, it's official. I'm not just going to put these in order. I'm going to start labeling. What's in... Oh, 95. Could be in here. 97. Sounds warmer. 98. Frame 99. Excellent. Yeah, gotta put these in order. So we've got 98 and a half, then 99. We need a frame between those two. Kind of add a little bit of a slow in. You know, I'll put 2 frames between that. Yeah, I think 2 would actually go better. 98 and a half. Let's see, 98 and 3/4. Then 98 and 7/8. That should suffice. Gotta have it go up on thirds instead of on halves. This is the part I enjoy, honestly. Like this part is the part I'm actually thinking, planning, and drawing. The part that I don't enjoy so much is the software part. Well, hard-end software part. Scan it into the computer, import it onto Photoshop, import it from Photoshop to Flash, check if it works, rinse and repeat. 98 and a half, 98 and 3/4. It's a big 3, but you know, it doesn't matter. So we got... Find the thirds, you cut in half and cut those halves in half and ignore the original half. So this ball's going to take form over here. You know, it's going to squash a little bit. It won't just be a ball shape. In fact, I'll even take it a little further. I'll make it start squashing even before it leaves the ground. I mean, stretching even before it leaves the ground. And once you've done it the right way and the just tried and true tested way, why not experiment a little bit? Okay, that's 98 3/4. Now we need 98 7/8. Alright, I need that other one. These quick ones, I really don't need to use the paper clips, because between the time it takes me to draw a sphere, the paper's not really going to move that much. It moves gradually over time, and I'll check the volumes afterwards anyway, so it's just as well. So just to wrap it up, I'm going to frame 3 has been kind of my measuring piece. I've used it to see that everything else is the same size. I kind of feel like they are, so it should be okay, but let's just see. Frame 3, is it about the same size? It's a little bit small. I'm just going to add a little bit of mass to it. How about 99? Hopefully this one is dead on. Yeah, that's good. 98 3/4. Well, that's squash, so it doesn't matter. It's not gonna... Let's check out these early 90s. 94, that looks like it's a bit too big. And it is. Let's take a little bit of this volume down. Alright. 99, 94 1/8. That's good. 94 1/4 is squashed, so that'll be fine. 94 3/8. Acceptable. 94 1/2. Good. Well, good or acceptable? Yeah, I'd say good. Alright. I think that wraps this up for the time being. Before I go anywhere, I will put these in order. Well, will I? No, I might put them in order. Alright. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good weekend.